Hey guys, this is Nick Chen with AmmoLand TV, and today we're going to talk about the Daniel Defense DD5V5. Daniel Defense is a well-known manufacturer of quality firearms. Most people know the Mark 18 and all the other military ones. I don't follow them all. However, an opportunity arose that I could check out their DD5V5. It's a long-range precision sort of AR-10. Now they offer it in two calibers, 260 Remington or the more popular 6.5 Creedmoor. Both calibers are very, very popular for long-range shooters. I have a little bit of experience shooting 6.5 Creedmoor. I specifically have a bolt action gun, a Ruger Precision. It's sort of like an entry-level precision gun. But I've never really shot a gas-powered semi-automatic. So I figured, why not? It's a great opportunity. I know how to shoot long range, out to 1,000 yards. I'm pretty confident. So why not? And DD5 or Daniel Defense has a track record, right? They're known for quality firearms. So they sent one over. Now, I was curious to see what a direct impingement gas-powered sort of precision gun would compare to my bolt gun. Now, the DD5V5 has some really key features and some features that don't seem to be as conducive for long range. One of the big benefits is a user-selectable gas block. You can actually switch it from unsuppressed to suppressed. Help one, recoil impulse, and two, cut down a lot of the gas that kind of comes back when you shoot suppressed, especially with a direct impingement gun. A lot of gas comes back through the bolt, right through the little gas key, and kind of just finds its way through the little cracks and gaps in the gun and stings your eyes. So that was definitely something I was eager to test. And it's fully ambidextrous. You have an ambidextrous magazine release. You have an ambidextrous safety selector. You have an ambidextrous bolt release, but not a bolt catch. But there's actually, if you look around, there's not that many guns that have an ambidextrous bolt catch. Usually there is an ambidextrous bolt release button somewhere on the right-hand side of the gun for right-handed shooters. The low receiver has a flared mag well, and it has a QD sling point in the rear receiver. Now, if you go to the upper receiver, they have some interesting things. They have a super finish, they call it, on their bolt carrier and bolt. It's also in a DLC diamond-like coating that makes it really, really hard. Now, with this super finish and the DLC coating, it actually makes it kind of slick. So all you have to do is, when it gets dirty, just take it out and kind of wipe it down with a rag in just very minimal amount of oil. It doesn't need a whole lot. Typically with ARs, they kind of need to be run wet. That's not the case with the DD5V5. One thing that kind of isn't so great, the barrel. The barrel is a 20-inch cold hammer forged barrel. It's chrome lined, that's great, but it's 20 inches. It's okay, I think, it's fine. I was able to reach out to 800 yards, but at 1,000, I'm not sure if it's something I was doing or if it's the gun or the ammo. The ammo I was using was Hornady American Gunner. I use that ammo in my testing for my bolt gun, my Ruger, and any other 6.5 I come across, which isn't a whole lot. But I've been able to reach out to 1,000 yards with confidence with that gun and that ammo. If you get a 6.5 Creedmoor, the barrel is a 1 in 8 twist. But if you get the 260 Remington, the barrel is going to be a 1 in 7 twist. The handguard is free-floating, it's all M-lock, and it has a top Picatinny rail all the way across the top. But it uses a proprietary 4-bolt connection system. It's like 4 bolts all around the circumference of the handguard. And the low receiver has machine threads. The handguard bolts right up against the receiver. There's no barrel clamp or anything that clamps onto the barrel nut itself. So ideally there's very little, in fact there should be nothing kind of touching the barrel, let alone the barrel nut. Everything else is called a grip in rip, and it has certain key features. Like there's a raised semicircle and a little vent hole, so that when gas, typically on a suppressed AR, gas kind of seeps through and comes out through the charging handle a little bit. Well, this kind of blocks it and redirects that gas away from your face. As I said earlier, there's a couple key features that aren't as conducive to long-range shooting, but that's mainly from a budget standpoint. The DD5V5 retails for $24.99. In order for Daniel Defense to keep the gun under $2,000, they had to sort of make a little bit of compromises. Most of it is the trigger and the stock. The trigger is a normal mil-spec trigger. It's not great. It's not what you want for a precision gun. And the stock is a 6-precision carbine stock. Again, not really something you want for a precision gun. Now, at first glance, it seems like, Daniel Defense, why'd you cheapen out on trigger and stock? But don't think of it that way. This is to drive the cost down for the end consumer. If they threw on a precision stock and a really good trigger, that's going to drive the cost over $3,000. So you can then, like an AR, customize it to your preference. If they threw in, some really awesome Geisley single-stage trigger, great, but not everyone likes single-stage triggers. Maybe they want a two-stage trigger, or they don't like Geisley. So they thought, you know what, let's just let the end consumer, the end user, choose their own trigger, put in whatever they want. Stocks, they can put in whatever they want. And I kind of agree with that, right? Keeps the gun price a little bit low, $2,500. The DD5V5 is an AR-10 platform, so you use any SR25 magazines. It comes with a 20-round P-mag. So any AR-10 or Magpul P-mag, even the Magpul D50, the big drum mag, will work in this gun. Shooting it was extremely pleasant. The bolt carrier, what I forgot to mention was that there is a special weighted buffer that's inside the bolt, and that helps with the whole recoil of the gun. But the best way to shoot it is suppressed. I put an Omega 36M on it. I put my friend's, I think it's a Thunder Beast can, and they ran amazing. The gun ran amazing with those suppressors. With the suppressed setting, no gas coming back to the face, very little recoil. I struggled to get hits at 1,000 yards. It could be me. Unfortunately, due to the ammo crisis right now, I couldn't just spend 50 to 100 rounds trying to chase after a 1,000-yard hit. But anywhere from 100 yards to 800 yards, no problem. Just out at 1,000, it wasn't consistent enough to really make that hit at 1,000 yards. They say it can, and maybe it's just me. But unfortunately, I don't have any more ammo to continue testing it. But other than that, the gun's great. It's lightweight. It's a little bit long. It's an AR, but it's not unwieldy. Thanks for watching. And as you know, hit like and subscribe to AmmoLand TV for more content and more gun stuff.